Man, what is good, YouTube? I decided to make a 16-man tournament of the most mid fighters in the UFC. And it doesn't mean they're bad fighters. Most of these people are just like outside the top 15 or just inside the top 15. Anyways, let's just get straight into it. First matchup in this tournament, we got Matt Brown taking on Edmond Shabazian. Starting off this fight, Matt Brown, he was clinching a little bit. He was throwing shots. He was looking a little bit slow. And then the striker, Edmond Shabazian, goes ahead and shoots a double leg and he gets Matt Brown to the ground. Edmond postured up and started raining down shots on Matt Brown, but Matt Brown did a good job of not getting hit too clean, reversed the position. He was able to keep Edmond down for about 2 minutes, and we got to round 2.
Nice leg kick. And there's a takedown attempt.
Oh, he jumped guillotine right away.
Edmond Shabazian is a striker in real life, but he came out here trying to wrestle, shot a double leg, got Matt Brown down. He was able to get out of a guillotine, but Matt Brown went back to back, and he went for another one. But Edmond Shabazian was able to hop out of this one too. And he tried to make Matt Brown pay, started going for some ground and pound shots. Didn't get hit by anything big, and Matt Brown was able to get back up to the feet.
Now, though, the athletes back to their feet, and no surprise the crowd responds in kind. The process, now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round 2.
It seemed like Edmond was committed to the wrestling. He was able to get Matt Brown down again, but Matt Brown was able to reverse the position, postured up, started raining down shots on Edmond, and then he was able to keep him there for the last 20 seconds of round 2. Now we get to round 3. After the first 2 rounds of not too much damage, Edmond Shabazian was able to land an overhand on Matt Brown and a spinning back fist that had him wobbling backwards. Matt Brown wasn't looking too good. He was moving backwards, and Edmond Shabazian decides to shoot a takedown, and Matt Brown was able to stuff it. They separated. Then Matt Brown, he got over aggressive, ran into a lead uppercut that sat him down. Edmond gave him a couple shots in the clinch, and they separated.
Significant body shots.
Go out on your shield. If you're going out, go out on your shield. Don't just go backwards. Go forward.
Edmond Shabazian once again was able to get this fight to the ground. Matt Brown was able to reverse the position. It seemed like it was doing that on the ground because Edmond Shabazian is a striker, so I don't know why he's trying to wrestle. I guess he just wants to mix it up, and Matt Brown also wants to mix it up. He throws a lead flying knee that hurts Shabazian, but then he gets sat down by an overhand. I didn't even know Matt Brown had a lead flying knee in his bag, but Edmond Shabazian had Brown hurt, goes in for another takedown. Still not sure why he does that, but he was walking forward. Brown goes for a knee out of distance, and Shabazian sits him down, and we go to a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges scored this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Edmond, the Golden Boy, Shabazian.
Both of these fighters are featherweight fighters. We got Sadik Yusuff taking on Dooho. Sadik Yusuff looked like a real prospect at one point, but then it just seems like he has not been looking good lately. He got beat up by Edson Barbosa, who he almost finished in the first round, and then he got finished by Diego Lopez, and that was a bad look. Dooho was also another prospect in this division, but it just seemed like he kind of faded away also. Getting into this fight, Sadik Yusuff, he was turned into a wrestler. He's mainly a striker. I don't know why he's wrestling, but he's getting his takedown stuff, and he's starting to gas out.
He turned his entire body into that uppercut, and it landed exactly as he was hoping for.
Do you think he's going to set it up again here?
I am certain he's going to try and set that up again.
Dooho was looking great in round 1 until he got rocked, but round 2, he came forward throwing an overhand, timing Sadik Yusuff throwing a lead leg kick, and he was able to rock him. Both fighters decided to just get into elbow range, trading elbows, and then Dooho throws another overhand, hurting Sadik Yusuff. Sadik's head health was not looking great at this point, and Dooho came out, and he was just spamming overhands, had Sadik Yusuff wobbling backwards once again.
Is there for the take?
Yeah, the finish is there, and he needs to take his time to try and find it.
The elbow now on the side of his body.
What a fight. Both of these guys are trying to finish.
Well, he's really picked up the pace here in round 2. Much more aggressive now here and starting to find himself in the pocket. Big round. Oh! He's out! Dooho!
Alright, for this next matchup, we got Randy Brown taking on Roman Delit. Randy Brown landed a question mark right off the bat that hurt Delit, and Delit wanted to get this fight to the ground. Another thing is, I'm glad they actually changed Randy Brown's build because he was 6'3" in the welterweight division and they just had him as a huge tank. Now they made him a little bit skinnier, probably still a little thicker than he is in real life. Pause, but he goes in there and he sits down Roman Delit's bad.
Oh, big shots here. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to pass in that position, get the half guard so I can get my ground and pound on.
Delit's in half guard.
Oh, he's got the choke.
Oh, and there's the horn at the end of the round. So
Randy Brown was almost able to end the fight in the first round, but Roman Delit, he survives the round 2 and he lands a big overhand on Randy Brown that had him hurt. He also opened up a cut on Randy Brown. Roman Delit was landing some shots in the clinch. They separated. Brown started teeing off and Delit went ahead and shot a takedown. Already has way better IQ than he does in real life. And Randy Brown, once again, sits down Delit badly and he got into the same position where he started teeing off. But Roman Delit was able to survive once again.
Oh, he's going triangle here.
oh, he's in trouble.
He's going to choke him. There it is.
Good work, guys. Come on.
Oh, somehow he got out.
Now he brought his hips up in the air. Used his momentum to swing himself back to his chest being facing the mat. What a beautiful display.
Once this fight hit the ground, Randy Brown was actually the one that was able to lock in his submission, but Delit, he still seems like he wants this fight on the ground. He was shooting takedowns and he was eating big shots on the feet. Randy Brown sits him down with another overhand.
That is a huge oh.
Both tough, both durable to take a step back. What a phenomenal fight.
Big knee lands there.
Guillotine jump.
Oh, submission defense on.
Roman Delit was taking a beating in this fight, but I give it to him. He's surviving. He's taking what Randy Brown got, and he's also landing some big shots on Randy Brown also. Round 3, he started going off.
He landed it perfectly. Oh, nice right hand. You heard him again.
Oh, he gets back up. The question is for how long. Control.
Dark stroke tip here. Oh, it's getting very. They start to feed his hip, trying to hook the leg.
Oh, he's
Randy Brown was able to survive the exchange on the ground, but Roman Delit got top position right back with a fireman's carry. Randy Brown, he got back up to the feet, and he was looking for a finish.
down the stretch. Gets. All right, keep pushing forward. Let's go.
There it is again. Look at it. They got to dig deep here. Oh, man.
Round 3 was a brutal round. They were going back and forth, dropping each other. Roman Delit tried to end off with a takedown, but Randy Brown, he pulled a guillotine. Roman Delit was able to slide out of it, and we went to a decision.
Oh, he escapes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest in 9:28. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Randy Rude Boy Brown.
For the last fight on the left side of the bracket, we got Johnny Walker taking on Alonzo Manfield. Both of these fighters are light heavyweights. They also got a lot of power, finishing ability, and also questionable chins. This fight can go either way, and it's most likely going to be a finish, but let's see what happens.
Lands a big right hand early.
He's hurt so bad. He's got to find safety. Find a way that you can recover.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and performing.
Holy smokes.
Well, well placed shot there, DC. He is officially rough. Oh, I think he's
hurt again.
There was a lot of action there, so I just let that one play out without talking over it, but this fight ended up hitting the ground. Manfield was looking for a guillotine, but Johnny Walker was able to slide out of it. Manfield got back up to the feet, and then we got to round 2. Johnny Walker is definitely the most lengthy person in this tournament with the most reach, and he was showing that off, landing shots from far away. But Manfield, he was coming forward, landing big shots on Walker. Walker was not looking great on defense. He got sat down. Manfield followed him to the ground looking for the finish.
punch to the head.
Right to the knee on belly. Gains great posture and starts raining down punches. If his opponent does not move, both guys have been beat up. Both guys.
Cluster there in that opening round. He has certainly picked up the pace here, and as a result.
Oh!
This next fight, both fighters are heavyweight fighters. Starting off the other side of the bracket, we got Taiu Asa taking on Sergey Spivak. I think both of these fighters have potential not to be mid-fighters, but Taiu Asa hasn't been putting up great performances, and Sergey Spivak just seems like he might be a little bit overweight. He's just not as athletic as some of the top fighters in the heavyweight division. There's a lot of blobs in the heavyweight division, but it just seems like a lot of the top ones are a lot more athletic. Sergey Spivak, he's kind of in that middle range, but he's getting there.
Did well there.
Right to the opposite side, trying to get the arm triangle.
Oh, how good is that as he gets out?
That is great submission defense, keeping everything short.
And now, power struck there. He could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
Taiu Asa was able to survive the first exchange on the ground, so on the feet, he needs to find a KO or just do a lot of damage where he could get a decision. But Sergey Spivak went ahead, got another takedown, and he started looking for a Kimura. But Taiu Asa was able to survive this once again, get top position on Sergey, and got back up to the feet.
I thought it
These guys are both throwing everything with fight-ending intentions.
beautiful.
Taiu Asa, he got taken down once again, but he was landing big shots on the feet, so I think that gives him the first round. Then we got to round 2.
Well, if you are a young striker, you could do a lot worse than watching this guy work.
Definitely trying to set up an underhook. You can tell by his eyes, seeking looks at where he needs his opponent to be in order to land that shot.
Although Taiu Asa was getting taken down a lot, he's landing big shots on the feet. He's doing what he needs to do on the ground to get back up. But he got taken down once again halfway through round 2. Sergey Spivak was starting to set up a Von Flue choke, but Taiu Asa was able to slide out of it once again. But Sergey Spivak, he got on Taiu Asa's back and had him in some danger.
Oh, excellent pressure here from top position by Spivak. Well, yeah, competitions here, just beautiful movements.
And look at him attacking the arm triangle on the other side. He's going to lock him down, try to pass all the way across his body. Once he gets across, he will start.
Big shots landed by him now.
Taiu Asa, even though he was ending up in bad positions, he wasn't letting Sergey lock in any submissions. But Sergey Spivak, he started teeing off on Taiu Asa's body at the end of round 2. Then we got to round 3. Taiu Asa came out swinging in the third round. He started landing big shots on Sergey, sat him down. Sergey got back up, clinched up with Taiu Asa, shot a takedown, but Taiu Asa was able to stuff this one, and he sat down Sergey once again.
Well, DC, whoa!
Sergey got an easy double leg on Tai, but Tai was actually showing off his ground skills, able to take Sergey's back, kept him there for a little bit, but then Sergey started setting up an armbar. Sergey wasn't able to completely get it. He was giving some hammer fists to Tai, but Tai ended up getting out of it. He had top control for about 30 seconds, and Sergey got to position right back on the ground, and he started posturing up, started landing some shots on Tai, but Tai was blocking a lot of them. But then he was taking some damage, but not too much, and Taiu Asa got back up to the feet.
Their way back to the feet. Crowd may be drunk, but they're absolutely loving it.
Yeah, the crowd loves the stand-up fight. So all
losing this fight, it has not been his best performance, but he can change all of that with a late submission.
great talking on that double leg.
Spivak was sticking to his game plan even late in round 3. Spivak was looking for a late arm triangle to get Taiu Asa out of there. This one, he actually locks in, makes Tai think about tapping. Even though it was close, Taiu Asa, he doesn't tap. He survives, and he makes it to the end of round 3, and we went to a decision.
He was able to get his momentum.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. The judges score this contest 30-27, 9-28, and 30-27. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Tai Uematsu.
Now in the second fight for the right side of the bracket, we got Jim Miller taking on Raw Rosas Jr. Starting off round 1, they were trading a little bit, but it seemed like Jim Miller was landing the better shots. So Raw Rosas attempted a double leg, but Jim Miller hit him with a hip toss, and he countered it, and he ended up in side control. Jim Miller kept him on the ground with not too much action, so Raw Rosas started attempting a guillotine. He had Jim Miller stuck in it for a while, but finally Jim Miller was able to slide out of it, get top position once again, and he kept Raw Rosas down for the rest of round 1.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to...
He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test in elementary school.
Strong kick there. Nice job staying busy here on the clinch.
After getting his first takedown stuffed, Raw Rosas went for a second one, and he instantly went for a triangle that Jim Miller was able to slide out of. He had top position. He kept Raw Rosas there for a minute until he postured up. He had him in stack guard. He landed one shot and took the position over the ground and pound. And he was able to keep Raw Rosas down for the rest of round 2.
Previous frame. Oh! Connection like that. I'm not sure his opponent knows where he is.
Beat Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
In round 3, Jim Miller was teeing off on the feet, landing big shots on Raw Rosas. He was able to rock him, but Raw was able to get the takedown. He took his back, and he was trying to get the finish, but he wasn't able to find it, and we went to a decision.
He wants to be now as he gets flattened on his back.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score this contest 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Jim Miller!
This next matchup, we got Alex Ceres, who's a veteran who's been in the game for a while. He had a lot of losses early, then he started winning more, and he's been just outside the top 15 or just inside it. He's taking on Mike Mot. Mike Mot was looking like a bright prospect. I guess you could still say he is. But he was winning the whole fight against Neil Magny. Then he just gassed out, and then he was in bottom position. And Neil Magny got a ground and pound finish after getting dominated the whole fight.
There's with the left hook. Hard shot. He heard it again. Back to his feet. Gets to the single collar tie now.
He threw that one with all of his power.
Both of these fighters were going to war. We're inside round 2. Alex Ceres lands a duck and roundhouse that rocks Mike Mot and a couple more shots behind it. Alex Bruce Leroy Ceres, he was just throwing a lot of spin and shit, and he was able to land a couple of them, and he was rocking Mike Mot. He had Mike in danger. He was just walking him down, still throwing spin and shit, and then we got to round 3.
A lot of success with his Muay Thai game.
Was there. He started to take advantage of it early, and now is continuing to build on that. This kickboxer looks amazing tonight.
After a brutal first 2 rounds, round 3, they kept the same energy. Mike Mot was putting Alex Ceres on the back foot. Ceres was walking backwards, didn't even put his hands up. Mike Mot lands a 1-2 that hurt him, and he started walking him down some more, hit him with a straight right. Ceres tried to clinch up, and Mike Mot dropped him.
Trouble now. Oh, heavy shots raining down. Look at it hurt.
Oh, my goodness. As he got that massive victory. It was amazing, John. It was amazing.
I had to put this matchup together. We got Drew Dober taking on Mark DeCasey. And I don't know if you guys know, but Drew Dober likes to beat a certain type of fighter. And Mark DeCasey's actually not in the UFC anymore. I think he signed with the PFL. He's a good fighter, but I don't know why he's not in the UFC. He had some bad performances, but he's taking on Drew Dober in this.
Left hand just missed. Oh, maybe the best strike he's thrown tonight.
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. Those opportunities very often. Oh!
Not only did undefeated, racially motivated Drew Dober not make it to the next round, he got knocked out, and he got knocked out brutally in the first round. But now we got to the quarterfinal matchups. Let's get into it. First matchup in the second round of this tournament, we got Edmond Shabazian taking on Dooho Choi. Alright, EA, I don't know why Edmond's shooting so much takedowns. He's literally a striker, and he got exposed on the ground many times. I get it. He's been mixing in the wrestling a little bit more now, but he's still a striker. I don't know why he shoots so much takedowns in this game.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be.
Gets back to his feet.
Good defense blocking that punch. As he hits these takedown attempts.
Rips the body.
Massive hook land.
In the last 30 seconds of round 1, both fighters were able to open up a cut on each other. Then we got to round 2. Shabazian, he wasted no time in round 2. He was coming forward, trying to work the body shots. The Korean Superboy, he looked like he was the faster man on the feet. He was landing a lot of nice left hooks on Edmond Shabazian, but Shabazian was throwing back.
His opponent stayed upright. Knowing that he rocked him, but couldn't quite get the power shots landing on both sides.
After both fighters were able to rock each other on the feet, Edmond Shabazian shoots a double leg, and he got Dooho Choi to the ground. He was controlling him for a little bit, went for an arm triangle, but Dooho Choi was able to slide out of it and get back up to the feet.
It looks real tight. Trying to finish his technique.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. Allowing himself to get subbed.
On the inside, he's hitting.
For the second fight in the quarterfinals, we got Randy Brown taking on Johnny Walker. I don't know why Randy Brown comes out every round throwing a question mark kick. He misses it, but Johnny Walker, he's throwing a lot more. Throws a Superman elbow and a flying knee that was able to rock Randy Brown. And he even got Randy Brown shooting takedowns.
Defense is there. All right, so we're starting to see some sweating now, DC. We'll see if he can make it.
Big strike lands. Now he was trying to chase down that pitch.
Back and forth, first round here. Oh,
he got him again.
Johnny Walker was landing big shots on the feet, but he was not even putting his hands up. He was getting hit on his chin. I'm surprised he wasn't getting rocked. But that ended off round one. We got to round two. Randy Brown starts off round two with a combo. Johnny Walker throws a Superman elbow that reopens a cut on Randy Brown. Randy Brown got smacked by a big leg kick, and Johnny Walker hurt his leg. He even made Randy Brown switch his stance, and then he started teeing off.
change the complexion of this fight. Both fighters starting to open up a little bit. That is a huge shot right there, DC.
Randy Brown was not doing good on the feet. Johnny Walker was landing big shots, but Johnny Walker's chin's also not that great, and Randy Brown was able to rock Johnny Walker. He comes forward, throws a knee. Johnny Walker lands a left hook, but Randy Brown goes for a leg kick that gets checked badly, and we get to round three.
Nice kick.
Johnny Walker tried to follow up with the knockdown to finish Randy Brown, but he got nothing out of it, and he let him back up to the feet just to set him down with an axe kick, but Randy Brown gets right back up. Johnny Walker was letting some combos go. Randy Brown came forward a little reckless and got smacked by a left hook. Johnny Walker came in for the finish. He throws an elbow on Randy Brown's guard. Then he ended up getting the top mount where he started raining down more shots on Randy Brown, and Randy Brown barely survives.
Oh, so an interesting decision there as he decides to stand up. Oh!
On the right side of the bracket in the quarterfinals, we got Taiu Asa taking on Jim Miller. They were trading shots right off the bat, and Jim Miller does the smart thing, shoots a double leg, but Taiu Asa was able to get back up to the feet, and he lands a huge overhand and a left hook that rocks Jim Miller.
Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish it. He's had a huge strike.
Massive shot. Great job.
Drops down inside the now.
Nice guillotine tip here. That guillotine is very tight.
Jim Miller got the fight where he wanted, but it just took him getting knocked down to get to it. But he looked for a nice guillotine and took top position and kept Taiu Asa down. Starting off round two, Taiu Asa came forward with a body kick. Jim Miller was moving out the way of the shots, went for a single leg, but Taiu Asa was able to stuff it. His takedown defense was a lot better this fight than the first one.
Strike landed by him there. How much more can one man take?
And now he's in a guillotine.
Taiu Asa knocked down Jim Miller once again and follows him to the ground. It's probably not the smart move. Jim Miller was looking for a guillotine, but Taiu Asa was able to slide out of it once again. But Jim Miller on the ground's pretty good, so he was looking for an arm bar, didn't commit to it. He took Taiu Asa's back, and he moved the top mount where he started raining down shots and a nice elbow that rocks Tai. Probably wasn't a smart move for Tai to fall him to the ground, but he gets right back up to the feet, and they start trading shots. Jim Miller throws a Superman punch into a takedown, but Taiu Asa stuffs it, and he drops him badly at the end of round two.
Oh, so there's the horn signaling the end of the combination there. He is just killing him.
After a brutal KO, we move on to the last fight in the quarterfinals. We got Mike Mot taking on Mark DeCasey. Mark DeCasey throws an overhand. Mike Mot moved his head, but he got smacked by it.
Man, this is crazy, DC.
Mark Casey was throwing a lot of kicks, and he opened up a cut on Mike Mot, but Mike Mot was able to rock Mark Casey. Casey was throwing a lot of overhands, and he timed a nice front kick on Mike Mot. Mike Mot was moving backwards. He was able to avoid some shots, but he was getting hit by a lot of big shots, so he mixed it up. He shot a double leg and got this fight to the ground. But it wasn't for long. Mark Casey went ahead and got back up to the feet.
Under a minute to go.
After getting time throwing a knee, Mark Casey got rocked badly, and he was not recovering very good. Mike Mot just walked him down and dropped him. But Mark Casey, he just came forward throwing shots, and he was able to rock him right back. And he throws a little jump and switch kick to end off round one.
And above it, the cut man is in there. Pinpoint accuracy on that punch right there. His opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing
Offensively here tonight, and he's caused a lot of... Oh, he's got him hurt badly now.
This was pretty much a back and forth war. They both had cuts opened up, and they were both rocking each other back to back. Casey was able to get Mike Mot backed up to the cage, but Mike Mot throws a head kick, lands on Casey, rocking Casey badly, but Casey, he goes ahead and sets up his own head kick that lands on Mike Mot. They were literally copping each other at this point. They both did that at the same time. Casey went for a hook kick, but it was out of range, and Mike Mot makes him pay for it with a straight right.
now. The focus needs to be on the head move.
All right, so there's the end of the round, and back to the stool. We'll see to what extent he can recover.
Goes down first.
So he's really starting to put together.
Oh.
And back to his feet.
This good. He promised us something, and he delivered with that beautiful knockout.
There's been a lot of brutal KOs in this tournament, but now we're in the semifinals. We got Dooho taking on Johnny Walker, and then we got Taiu Asa taking on Mike Mot. On the left side of this bracket, we got Dooho taking on Johnny Walker, and there's a big height difference, and it shows right in the first 10 seconds as Dooho goes for an overhand. Johnny Walker hits him with a knee. Dooho is a good boxer and has a lot of power, and Johnny Walker doesn't have the best chin, but Dooho, he's a 3.5-star fighter. Johnny Walker's a 4-star with a lot of finishing ability, throws a lot of weird shit as he lands a nice flying knee that drops Dooho, and he goes in for the finish.
Wow. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet with authority to the body. As effective as straight punches we've seen all night.
Stat-wise, I don't even think Dooho is way behind Johnny Walker, at least on the feet, but Johnny Walker got a big reach advantage. He's one of the tallest fighters in the UFC and got one of the biggest reaches in the UFC, so he was just picking apart Dooho, and Dooho couldn't do anything about it.
He's brutalizing him with the ground and pound. This fight is close to being done.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body.
Even if Troy's looking great on the feet, Walker could throw a Superman elbow or something and sit him down. But Troy, he got right back up and he was able to sit down Johnny Walker, but then he goes for a head kick and gets smacked by a straight left that sits him down.
I mean, the fight is going to be over. I can't believe he's still standing.
He gets up here, but he is on wobbly legs.
Johnny Walker moves on to the championship matchup, but now we got Taiu Asa taking on Mike Mot. Mike moves backwards and lands a lead high kick on Tai, but Tai was able to just eat it. Mike just comes forward throwing shots out of range, and Tai stunned him with a nice check hook.
And everything's landing with so much power. Oh, he hurt him again. Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble.
Back to the feet.
After Tai dropped Mike bad, he went in for the finish, but Mike Mot was able to get back up to the feet, and he wanted it back to the ground, shooting a double leg, but Tai was able to stop it, and it seemed like Tai's takedown defense was getting better as the tournament's going on. Mike Mot decided to run forward with a calf kick, and Taiu Asa hit him with a combo, rocking him, and he was wobbling backwards pretty bad.
Oh, he gets back up. The question is for... Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse.
Starting off round two, Taiu Asa throws a lead overhand that completely misses, but then he lands a lead high kick that hurts Mike Mot. and Mike Malot's head health wasn't looking great, and he's still coming forward throwing kicks. And I don't know why he does it again, and Taiu Asa sits him down. He gets right back up. He keeps getting exposed, and he keeps going right back at it, and it keeps costing him.
Gets back to. Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem that. Oh! That's it!
Now for the championship matchup, we got Johnny Walker taking on Taiu Asa. Both of these fighters got close to the top of their division, then they just had a downfall. But now they're fighting for the championship. That's the good thing about this bracket. Johnny Walker throws a hook kick and some more shots behind it. Taiu Asa is ready to throw too, and when you got big hitters, big things happen.
He's on his game. He's one of the most devastating strikers in this division. He likes to have fun in the octagon. Certainly he's a fan favorite, and tonight he feels like there's a matchup that might allow him to put on a show. Oh! That'll do it! Holy smokes! With a massive highlight at the Garden.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean's called a stop to this contest at 41 seconds of the very first round, declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Johnny Walker!
All right, after a hard-fought tournament, Johnny Walker goes ahead and he is the champion of the world. Taiu Asa came forward running, throwing kicks. He seen Mike Mot do it, and he KO'd him, and then he does the same thing. But that's going to wrap up this video. We got Johnny Walker becoming a UFC champion. Who would have thought?